probably one of the more unique offenses in our conference. Their new offensive coordinators put a spin on this air raid offense that's been run now for years. They're obviously operating at a high level, and the quarterback is throwing dimes. He has a talented crew of receivers, and then all of a sudden, when you try to make sure all those guys are stopped, they hand it off to these running backs, and these running backs are fast. Their O-line does a good job blocking. This is an explosive, and shoot, it's probably a very exciting offense, I'm sure, for the Cal Bear fans to watch.
Do they run a lot of crossing routes like Washington State, and what does that do to your secondary as far as your coverages?
Yeah, you really run a lot of everything. I mean, vertical routes, crossing routes, intermediate routes. They run it all. They don't let you just sit back and cover one route. I mean, it's a multiple route running offense, and like I said, if as soon as you start more worrying about the pass, they'll hand that ball off, and they've had some good rushing games. So we got to be prepared for the run and the pass.
We saw the trigger man last year, #1 pick in the NFL draft. What does the new guy Webb have to offer as far as distributing?
Extremely accurate, strong arm. He can make all the throws. Prototypical quarterback. He's 6'5", 220 pounds. I mean, I've seen him throw off his back foot and throw dimes all the way to the opposite hash. This guy's talented. He's got a very, very talented arm, and then you can tell in the offense he looks very, very comfortable. Checking these routes, checking to a run, checking to a pass. He looks very, 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 very comfortable. And as the season progresses, you can just see him getting more comfortable. So this is a different animal, and this is going to be a hard offense to stop.
Your DBs were in great position to make some plays last week, and didn't get their hands on the ball secure enough. Is that a point of emphasis? If you get a chance, got to make them pay.
Yeah, no. I mean, of course, we're not gonna cry about pass breakups. I like it when they don't catch the football. That's good. But we definitely had some opportunities to score, and that's our job. Our job is to score, get the ball back for the offense. It would have been nice to get at least 3 or almost 4 interceptions last week. Those are game changing. They're game changing, and for us not to cash in on those last week was disheartening. But we'll do ball drills like we normally do. We normally don't. We haven't had that issue of dropping interceptions, so hopefully as we move forward here, not just this game here coming up for the rest of the season, our guys can corral those balls and make game-changing plays.
Is that the most action Sydney's gotten in a game?
I guess so. I mean, I guess I don't really look at it that way. A couple slants. They threw some slants right there, and so yeah, I guess it was. He still played a good football game. Made some really good plays on the balls down the field. The higher percentage routes, the little shorter routes. They completed a couple of those. But I'm still really excited about Kevin and Sydney making plays down the field for the big launch ball. We obviously don't want to give up big plays, and I thought those two guys stood up in a tough environment and made some plays down the field that was really positive for us.
How did your group do with their poise and their composure? You want to play with an edge, but play smart.
Yeah, I thought they did well. We didn't have any penalties. But maybe a little bit excited when the ball was in grasp and we didn't make the play. So maybe our engine was just revving a little bit too high. There was certain things that we were ready for route-wise, and we jump it, and all of a sudden we're right there to make the play, and bats off our hands and goes on the ground when we felt like it could have been a pick six. But still a positive play, but we have high standards in our room, and we definitely want to return those for touchdowns.
Is that one you'll be reminding Budda about over text message?
Oh yeah, for sure. Everyone's going to remind him about that one. We'll show that one over and over, just like the Apple Cup last year, the one that hit him in the chest. And he knows he's got to make those plays, and we'll continue to work on those in practice. Again, what I do love, he's in position to make it. Still knocks the ball down. It's good the receiver doesn't catch it, but to take that next step and just really force our will on our opponent, we got to intercept those and return for touchdowns.
Is it surprising that he's had maybe some issues that way, just being in position and just having to be a matter of getting his hands on it and not being able to?
No, not really. I mean, I guess the old saying goes, that's why a lot of these guys are defensive backs. I mean, they're, if they were ultimate ball skill guys, maybe they'd be on the other side of the ball. But, it is something that we stress all the time. And hopefully the next go around when one hits us in the chest, we got to cash in.